Hey everyone, I've been hard at work on my game the last few weeks. As the title says, I've been testing my game on various different hardware and also did some actual playtests with a close friend who hasn't played the game yet. Long story short, the game now runs on Windows 10, Steam Deck, native Linux and macOS. It should also run on most older systems as I'm using the GL compatible rendering method instead of Forward Plus. The plot twist is, even after multiple test sessions and adjustments, the game still doesn't work properly on my friend's PC. The game boots up and you can technically play it, but for some reason it doesn't show all the 3D meshes on screen, only some. That's really weird behavior, so I made sure to test my game on different platforms and older hardware. I wasn't able to reproduce this, which means this seems to be a problem specific to my friend's PC and not something game related. To me, it's very important that the game runs on older hardware. After all, I'm trying to simulate the aesthetics of an old DOS game. There is no good reason why such a game should only run on modern hardware. Hence why I put so much work in trying to fix the issue now instead of later. And while I wasn't able to get the game running perfectly on my friend's machine, working on this made the game much more robust and hardware compatible overall. By the way, switching from Forward Plus to GL compatible was much easier than I expected. Probably because I'm not using any of the new shader and rendering features anyway. I didn't just do playtests, but also improved the game as much as possible between each session. I documented all the changes in each update's changelog, but here's a short summary. The game now has analog control support, meaning you have the choice between old school tank controls and the more modern analog controls. Both work for keyboard and gamepad, so use whatever combination you like. The intro sequence can now be skipped properly. This was a bit difficult to implement as it involved changing game states and levels at the same time without making the player notice. I also fixed a bug concerning my save file thumbnail on other platforms than Windows. I used to compress the thumbnail image with BPTC compression, but this doesn't seem to work well on old versions of Windows as well as modern versions of Linux and macOS. Or it might have to do with a graphics card. I don't know. I didn't look up the implementation details on that compression method in Godot. The easy solution here was to just not try to compress the thumbnail. Yes, this makes the save file a bit larger in size, but with around 30 kilobytes of data right now, this is no problem. Lastly, and most recent, I added durability to the weapons, as well as a vendor system for repairing and buying items. This is actually from another old school DOS game trilogy called Realms of Arcania. Weapon durability isn't anything special, especially since Dark Souls. Most inspired games use it. However, in these games, durability never really made a difference. You just pay a bit for the repairs, if at all, and immediately get your item back. In Realms of Arcania, you had to actually wait a certain amount of time for the blacksmith to return your weapon. And I think this is a lot more interesting, especially now that my own game becomes more combat focused. You might have a special weapon, which is very good for an enemy you want to kill. But you have to send it to repair, making you waste a certain amount of time before you can finish that task. So what do? Risk breaking your weapon mid-fight, buy an alternative weapon, or do something else while you wait on the repairs? This does not only play well as a system on its own, but also for the survival horror genre. Anyone who played Resident Evil, Silent Hill, or Alone in the Dark knows that a big part of said games is to master resource management. With this repair system, weapons, not just ammo, become a resource to use wisely as well. I believe by balancing prices, weapon damage, enemies, etc., I can make a game which really makes you think about what you want to do next and how you want to approach it. But of course, there is still much to do before we all get to experience that fully. That's it for today. Thank you very much for watching this video. Until next time, bye bye.